Sun is hitting my face, I'm unfazed, I need this. Calling out my name, say meet me, see these waves.
If you mess it up, you can fix it up. That's something my art teacher used to always say when I was a kid in elementary school. I don't even remember her name. I don't remember what she looked like, but I remember that message. Because as a kid, when we mess something up, the first thing we want to do is throw it away or start over. We look at it as no longer good enough, as if the mess up decreased its value. And I see this with Zoe all the time. She loves art. My girl is such an artist. But the moment she messes something up, she wants to turn the page. She wants to throw it away and start completely over. And the next thing I know, there's paper everywhere, paint everywhere, markers everywhere, crayons, scissors, makeup everywhere. And I'm always telling her, do not turn the page. Finish what you started. If you mess it up, fix it up. Because when you turn the page and start over, you're wasting paper. And the older I get, the more I realize that lesson wasn't just about art. Last year for my 35th birthday, I decided to do something I hadn't done in over a decade. I got my hair cut because you know what they say. When a woman cuts her hair, she's about to change her life. And I also got a relaxer for the first time in about 13 years. It was one of those fresh start moments, new year, new season, new chapter, new me. Like, dang, 35, 5 more years until 40. Like, whoa, I'm really here. I'm really up in this. It felt like a rebirth moment for me. So I'm sitting in the salon under the dryer, scrolling through Pinterest, looking at one of my hair boards, really trying to picture the vision because a haircut it's a commitment, right? And then I see it, this color I had saved it months ago, and instantly I knew. This is it. This is the missing piece. This is what's going to make my birthday photos really pop. But by the time I realized that, it was kind of too late. Color is expensive. And to achieve the look I wanted, I would have needed multiple colors. And I hadn't budgeted for it. Because, you know, I'm grown now. My 34-year-old mind wanted to be like, girl, splurge, get the color. But my 35-year-old mind, you know, the wisdom that comes with turning 35, was like, girl, absolutely not. And honestly, it just wasn't part of the plan. So I left the salon, liking my hair, feeling like, you know, okay, it could grow on me, feeling like I could grow into it, but really knowing something was missing. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't it. It wasn't me. And once I see a vision, I can't unsee it. That's when I had to remind myself who I am. I've been doing hair since I was about 12 years old. I went to cosmetology school. I've worked in salons. I know how to glue down a couple tracks. I know how to build a look. So instead of panicking, I got resourceful. I went to a few beauty supply stores, found exactly what I needed, or close enough, in the right colors. I went home and I fixed it up myself. And that moment reminded me of something bigger than hair. Sometimes you don't need something new. Sometimes you need to reach into your own toolbox and pull out a skill you haven't used in a long time. a gift you almost forgot you had, a passion you tucked away. Because sometimes what you need is already inside of you. And this is where it gets a little bit deeper. Because a lot of us had dreams, visions, ideas, things God planted on the inside of us. And then life happened. Disappointment happened. Loss happened. Fear happened. And that thing didn't die. It just got buried. And I want to say this gently because I know this is personal. Sometimes messing up isn't the end. Sometimes it's just an invitation to fix it up. I tell Zoe all the time, don't turn the page, fix it. Figure it out. The great rapper Fabulous said, my plan B is another way to make my plan A work. Okay? Because when you turn the page too quickly, you're not just wasting paper. You're wasting creativity. You're wasting talent. You're wasting potential. And I think we do the same thing in life. We mess up once and we quit. I mean, let me speak for myself. I know I do. I am extremely guilty of this. We get discouraged and we walk away. I know I am. I'm a runner. I'm a track star. Okay? I mean, I don't look like it on the outside. I ain't got a body yet. But still, we don't give ourselves permission to mess up and to fix it up. So I'm not asking you to, put anything in the comments today. I'm not asking you to explain anything unless, however, you feel led to. I just want you to sit with this. Maybe write about it. Pray about it. So what's something you almost gave up on that might be what God is asking you to revisit in this season? Because sometimes a masterpiece isn't ruined. It just needs another layer, another color, another perspective. Now, before we end today's chat, I want to leave you all with two things. First, this is just a reminder of God and the fullness of God. In Psalms 24, verse 1, the Bible tells us, the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. And I've just been thinking, how can we fully experience the fullness of God and the fullness of life if we let what's inside of us die? Let's just sit with it and see what comes up for us. And secondly, at the end of the last year, I was reflecting on the year behind me, and it's, coming to an end. And also reflecting on the year ahead of me and it beginning. And the scripture just kept dropping in my spirit over and over again. So I said, okay, Lord, this can be my scripture for the year. And I want to share it with you all because, this community we're building, this can be our scripture for the year too. And it's Philippians 1:6. And it says, he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. And that's God's promise to us. That's God's promise to me. That whatever he starts, he finishes. And for me personally, I also felt led to make a promise back to God. That whatever I begin, I won't abandon it. I won't throw it away. I won't quit halfway through. So As a community, I want us to make that same commitment. If God planted it in you, it's worth fixing. It's worth trying to figure it out. Not throwing it away. Not giving up. Maybe even starting over if you need to. But fixing it, figuring it out. And if it's something that God planted within you, it is definitely worth finishing the race and seeing what the end is going to be. Because again, he who began a good work will carry it out unto completion. God does not stop in the middle. He does not stop in the middle. And I'm just determined. It's an old song that they used to sing in churches and stuff, and it said, it was like, I believe I'm gonna run on to see what the end is gonna be. And that is truly how I feel in this season of my life. God has planted so much within me, and I'm striving to carry it out until it is completed. I have to complete the assignment that he has placed on my life. And I want you guys to have that, that same energy. Like, I gotta finish this. Like, you just never know. It's like that quote, you miss 100 of the shots that you don't take. Let us run together to complete the good work that God has placed within us. And if this message did speak to you today, I want you to know you're not behind. You're still becoming. Wherever you are, give yourself permission to keep going, to keep trying, and to keep striving, because God is not finished with you yet. And we're walking this out together, one step, one layer, one fix at a time. And I'm going to leave y'all with one better. If you mess it up, God can fix it up. Okay? Okay. All right. Love you. Bye.